What do I think could stop some of the violence in our neighborhoods? First of all, before I answer that question, I'm a proponent of guns. I feel like there's the same amount of crooked cops that there are crooked people in the world. And as long as they have guns, I feel like we have guns. Because it's funny, you know, they pass all of these laws, but most of the laws that they pass only affect the innocent. Because crooks ain't worried about laws, and the policemen not worried about laws. I need guns to protect myself. I'm not going to leave the protection of my family in the hands of the same people that oppressed me. The same cops was funny as far as a black man is concerned in America. It's like, we don't even have nowhere to get rest. When white people see the cops, they go, when we see the cops, that's another game. You feel me? Like, what neighborhood can we go to rest? Like, where can black men go and be like, okay, there's peace? I am a full supporter of guns, and I will always have a gun. Even if they pass a law, I'm telling you, I may be getting myself in trouble, and I hate dry snitching, but if they pass a law to say that, you know, they drying up all the guns in the street, if you want to take Dave Banner to jail, even though I told you I don't never want to go to jail, come to my house, because I'm going to have a house full of guns. All right, but about the violence, guns are not the problem. It's the mindset of the people. I said something one time that the media tried to flip. And a lot of people got pissed at me, but they didn't understand it. And CNN tried to flip it on me, not knowing that I was, you know, a well-versed black man. And as soon as I smashed their ass, okay, let's go to commercial. The problem is more psychological than we would ever admit. Black men kill black men for the same reason white cops kill black men. They both see no value. So we have to change the mindset of these children and so value in themselves. I said yesterday, I believe that I'm a direct descendant of the Most High. I believe that I am a God. And I believe that with all of my heart. And if these children, if you taught our children that they were gods, then maybe they would act like gods. And maybe if they acted like gods, people would treat them like gods and respect them like gods. And if they really I'm a god. So when I look at another black man, I see God in him. So it is impossible for me to kill another god. Now I may have to whoop the devil out his ass, but I see another god. And I think that it's impossible for you to draw a gun and blow the life out of a god. But if you see a nigga, and I hate myself, and I think that I'm a nigga, and I'm always running around saying niggas and bitches ain't shit, we look at ourselves, especially black men, through the eyes of white people. So we want to annihilate ourselves the same way that white society, or white supremacy, I should say, wants to annihilate us. So we literally look at ourselves the same way that they do, and that's why we treat ourselves, and that's the reason why we call ourselves niggas. That's where we got it from. So it's like, the problem isn't the guns, the problem is the mentality. Then they put us in the ghetto, and all we know is pain, so we never have time to connect with God, because we hungry, we stressed out, drugs and violence and all of this minutia is on these kids. And we saw that these kids are going through shit that 32-year-old people don't have to go through in most cases. And they don't even have the mental faculties to deal with it. So in me saying that, we have to change the consciousness of these children. And I think once we did that, we can change the situations in our neighborhood, but there's just so much shit piled on them, dude. It's rough out here. But what I will say, I'm not giving up my guns, because these cops killing us the same way that we killing each other. And so how does the innocent protect themselves? The cops ain't protecting us. I agree that something needs to be done, but taking guns away, at least for me, is not the answer. Because I'm from Mississippi, and we don't have no problems with guns, because we were raised with guns. We know the responsibility of guns. I've had a gun since I was 8. And ain't no guns going off in Mississippi and somebody mistakenly shooting themselves. That doesn't happen where we're from. And if we do, it's an odd mistake.
Did something different, you know what I mean, from what we used to seeing in the South. You know, they made Atlanta proud, they made the South proud. They wasn't following the trend.
If I could talk to the young Ron Artest, I would tell him to stay out of the projects where you're not supposed to be at doing, you know, stuff that you're not supposed to be doing.
I probably put my first verse in there, that's all, and like he brought everybody who was in the studio in there to listen to it after I was done. Tyler, the Creator, Jeremiah.
And I don't even think that he talked on anybody else's record besides mine. So I had made sure that I got Yams on the song. It was gonna either be Yams or Puff Daddy, and I got Yams on there.